Good Friday morning, everyone. Welcome back. You're watching the Kaiser Report. John and Kaiser here today to talk to you about a few things about these hearings that were going on yesterday with RFK Jr. and Kelsey Gabbard and the beating that they have to take from these know-nothing senators like Bernie Sanders and the like, which never have worked a day in their life. They were talking about corruption, and RFK Jr. just laid him low and told him that, you were reelected because you took money from the big pharma, so you're part of the problem. Well, he came unglued over that and tried to say, it's the workers that sent him money. Well, we're talking about $5 or $6 million here that came directly from the pharmaceutical companies, and we now know that, so he can lie all he wants about that. But it's a little sickening to see some of these idiots that have been on the feeding program from the government for half their lives or more, and continue to want to run down somebody that is ready to do something for this country that is more than helpful, such as making America healthy again. And they want to fight against this because they're scared. They're scared of the fact that the pharmaceutical companies and the food companies will stop filling their coffers full of dollars so you can get reelected, such as Bernie Sanders does every year, such as Schumer and the rest of the like, that have the audacity to come out against these brilliant people that have made a life for themselves outside of government and now want to come in and make the same changes inside our government, and they're fighting tooth and nail against that. The hatred for Donald Trump drives it all. But the fear of being uncovered for some of the nonsense that you are collecting money, millions of dollars for, is on the table right now, and it scares the hell out of them that they could be caught with their hands in the cookie jar, like some have been, such as Menendez and a few people like that are going to bring out some dirt and make deals for themselves as it becomes more and more transparent to us, the American people, what is really taking place in the seat of government, in the legislative branch, that is corrupt and is taking money from organizations that they should get the contracts for this, that, and the other thing. And they'll do it in the name of, well, I'm helping my state. Well, they're helping themselves. They're not doing anything for the people in their states. Very seldom do they lift a finger to do anything. And the Democratic reticence on helping people in Western North Carolina, and now helping people that have lost their homes to fire in their democratically controlled state, which have made mistake after mistake and let this thing happen. It's a darn shame. Take a look here.
Drain the swamp. I didn't know the swamp was this dirty and this deep.
So let me ask Mr. Kennedy again. If we want to make America healthy, will you assure the American people that you will fight to do what every other major country on earth does, guarantee health care to every single American?
I'm going to make America healthier than other countries in the world right now.
Will you guarantee do what every other major country does? That's a simple question.
And by the way, Bernie, the problem of corruption is not just in the federal agencies, it's in Congress too. Almost all the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry.
And
protecting their interests.
Oh, I thought that would come. No. I ran for president like you. I got millions and millions of contributions. They did not come from the executives, not one nickel of PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. They came from workers.
Is that so?
I got millions
I know.
and millions of contributions. They did not come from the executives.
Liar.
In 2020, you were the single largest
Because I had
receiver of
small
pharmaceutical money.
contributions from workers all over this country. Workers,
You were the
not a nickel from corporate
Bernie,
tax.
you were the single largest acceptor of
workers-
pharmaceutical dollars.
No, from workers in the industry.
1.5 million.
Yeah, out of 200 million. All right, but
It's so interesting, isn't it, that Bernie Sanders can, I need to have this and that. And why? Why would you pick on this man in that fashion? Why are they so afraid of Tulsi Gabbard? She is a great pick for that position. They're trying to paint her into a corner like they did with Donald Trump, and the threats of, oh, we're going to investigate this and investigate that, and she's a Russian asset. I don't think so. I happen to think the world of Tulsi Gabbard, and I think that she is a great pick for that position. And their fear is anyone who left the Democratic bubble that they live in and went to the other side are criminals in their mind. Well, they're not. They're here because they care about America and they want to do a job that they were asked to do and mandated to do by the American public in this last election. They need to get over this, and mainstream media needs to be held accountable for all of the lying that they're doing about not only these candidates, but they've been lying to us for the last 10 years. They took a side, and that is wrong. They become a propaganda machine at a certain point, and we need to realize that. But anyway, the hearings will continue. And whether or not they're going to be fruitful for the people that are trying to get, or the nominees that are trying to get confirmed, is another ball of wax. We've gotten some through now. Excuse me. Hegseth is doing the job that he said he would do with the Pentagon and the military, and we're on our way to entering into that golden age that Donald J. Trump has promised. Speaking of promises, everything that he has uttered on the campaign trail, he is trying to implement and keeping his word. And promises made, promises kept is going to be the motto for the next 4 years. So you Democrats on the other side and you rhinos on the other side need to realize that this is going to happen and you're not going to stop it with lawfare or anything else, because people, as in this last election, are watching now and wise to the fact that there's a lot of shenanigans that went on and will continue to go on as long as some of these fixtures that we have in the Senate and the fixtures that we have in the House of Representatives need to be changed over. And that's up to us in the next election. In the midterm elections, we know there's going to be some changes. And if you listen, if you're in a state where you have one of these bozos that has collected a lot of money for themselves, filled their campaign coffers so they can run against somebody that wants to come in and do the job, they have a hard road to hoe. Why? Because it is designed that way through corruption in those branches of government, and it's being aired now so you and I can see the exact problems as they exist. It's not working for the Democrat machine any longer. They can lie and cheat and steal and get away with it. And then if they get caught, we used to have a president that just signs a pardon for everybody, murderers and all of the like of the people who tried to use lawfare to wrongly prosecute a past president, and now the public has spoken to them that we elected that exact person that you were trying to destroy because we saw what was going on. The other thing that I still am waiting with bated breath for the exact release of what is going on with these attempted assassinations and why the mainstream media is still trying to act like we don't have a president now or we have a Hitler. And they're starting that routine over again, trying to convince us that that our president is the next Hitler. We see through the lies and we see through behind the curtain of what was done in the last 4 years, and now a lot of stuff is coming out about the Obama administration being part and parcel to starting all this, and it was just continued by Joe Biden because Joe Biden hasn't had an original thought in the last 25 years. So he was carrying out the Obama manifesto every day of his presidency that he deemed okay to show up for. Usually he was on the beach and enjoying the sunshine while wars were breaking out as a direct result of his cabinet going across the ocean to stir things up and not fixing a darn thing. And if you think for a minute, without Donald Trump, that those hostages would have been released, you're dead wrong, because that's not happening without Trump. And then, speaking of Obama, now the news is ripe in social media, and mainstream hasn't talked about it yet. But there's a thing now going around that he's getting a divorce from Michelle, or Michelle's divorcing him, and he's now running around with Jennifer Aniston. Well, I don't know if any of this is true, and I'm not going to propone that I do know that it's true, because I don't. But I'm highly disappointed in the news coverage on this. And why the social media has it and running with it, I don't know. But that doesn't bode well for the rest of Jennifer Aniston's career, I would believe. No one knows what's going on. No one knows. There's all kinds of conspiracy theories on the social media networks about Michelle Obama, but I don't know if any of this is true. But that should not be headline news, but the social media platforms are carrying that, and mainstream media is not refuting any of it, which means they're not sure either. So maybe we should see some transparency come there and release what's actually going on, but we don't know, because we're not told the truth by legacy mainstream media. And we haven't been told for the last 10 years the truth by legacy media. It's become a propaganda arm solely for the Democratic Party to get what they need passed and profit from it. And we have people in that Senate hearing that they're just downright nasty. And that's not what it should be like. Let's look at the qualifications of the individual, and for some morphodite to sit there that has done nothing but live off the tit of Congress to tell somebody else that is being promoted to that position that they're better than them? That's wrong. And to use propaganda lies on a piece of paper to hold against these people, you can't find me 5 people you can put in a room that don't have a past or have made mistakes in the past. But as God says, we'll forgive if you ask for forgiveness. These guys just double down on sleaze and try to ruin a reputation of a man that's worked hard all his life and achieved what they have in these cabinet picks. It's downright disturbing to me that they get away with it. Anyway, enough of that. I guess I'll watch some more hearings today. It's a tough thing. But I have to say this, that almost every one of the picks that Trump has put up for these positions, they've handled themselves well. And they've handled the answers and questions with dignity and respect. The respect that should have been given by the senators that are asking the nasty questions and overreaching with their filibuster in the time slot so he can't answer or she can't answer. That's wrong. And that smacks of them getting together to ruin a reputation of someone like Tulsi Gabbard or RFK Jr. These people are what we need in this country right now. Just look at the job that Hexeth has already started into, and Holman, he's doing the job. The job that was ignored. How many press conferences have you seen during the Biden-Harris administration that were leveling with anything with you? They hid. They did not talk to the news or the press conferences. They sent Karine Jean-Pierre out there with a book of lies to tell you, the public, through the media, what was not happening, and then lie about it. That, they've accomplished this and accomplished that. The list of Biden-Harris accomplishments is the shortest list in the world. It's a blank page. And we know that now. And we see what happens when you have strength in the main seat of government, in the executive branch, that doesn't fool around and is not trying to make money because he has the money that he needs. Not for running for president a third term, because he knows he's only going to be here for that term. And we hope that in his tutelage, he will bring to the surface one of these people to take his place after 4 years. This is what it should be like, and this is what it will be like again. I love the golden age that's about to unfold before your very eyes. And we need to pray every day to our gods and to Jesus for guidance in getting through the devil's work that is being done by certain senators on both sides of the aisle that are against these picks for personal reasons or for fear that they will be found out. And fear is palpable right now in that room as you look at it. They're afraid that they'll be found out for what they really are. We don't need career politicians stymieing every possible good thing that comes along that they can't benefit from. They're against. It's not right. We know it now. We're watching closer as we did with this election, and we will win and keep on winning until we're tired of winning, to coin a phrase. and I'm not tired of winning yet. I see great things on the horizon if our legislative branch will get on board and do the work that they were sent there and elected to do by John Q. Public, us, we, the people. It's Friday, and we're looking forward to a nice rainy weekend here, but we need the rain, and it's going to be a good weekend, and it's going to be a newsworthy weekend, if nothing else, especially because of this plane crash that took place in Washington with this American Airlines being hit by a military helicopter. They've opened the black boxes this morning, and they're looking at what may have gone wrong, but it seems that it was an air traffic controller incident that took place, and a understaffed tower may have been the problem. They haven't pinpointed that yet, but they're working on it. So if we know anything further on that today, we'll get back to you through a short or a post. But we're going to take the weekend and enjoy it. We have a lot of cleanup work to do here, getting ready for spring. It is the 31st of January, and we go into February with some strength behind our country right now with this new administration, and I pray every day that they will succeed in all of their endeavors to turn the ship around, head it into the wind, and be powerful one more time. So I'd like to wish you all a very happy weekend. We love you here at the Kaiser Report, and we'll ask you to stay safe, stay strong, and stay tuned to the Kaiser Report for more commentary, news bits, and a look at Appalachia. Bye-bye now.